To go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Cole Palmer could be standout here, Pete.
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Really well cleared, and that's put paid to a promising move. And it's played forward. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. Now it's João Pedro. Great defending, strong and determined. James. And it's James. And he's there to clear it. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Towards the front line. Fernandez chooses to go cross-field. James. And what about this cross? That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. There's a probing ball, and that's been won straight back. Now it's João Pedro. Palmer. Oh, good spread. That's a nicely shaped ball. He's got away. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Very nicely done. Turns and goes back. And the keeper has it. That's a lovely, neat pass. That is lovely. Spread out to the left. That's tidy. Can he finish? Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
João Pedro. Pedro Neto. What a throw in. That's really well manoeuvred. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. James, and he goes cross-field. Pedro Neto. And it's Cucurella. Oh, he's found support out wide. And it's hoisted clear. That's a throw. Pedro Neto, and the shot! Oh, bang on target. Nice looking ball. Dealt with nicely by the defence. James. Battling for the right to play in the early stages. Quality ball.
Good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Caicedo. Played towards the other side. Caicedo does well to get it back. And now the breakaway. Nice physical challenge.
Hernandez, yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Palmer. Fernandez. João Pedro. Palmer. Fernandez. Takes a shot! Good hit, kept the keeper honest. Aimed forwards. Caicedo. Still goalless at the moment. And it's James. In by James. Firmly met. There are a few waiting for it. That's been drilled forward. Palmer. Palmer. James. Palmer!
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Out to the left it goes. Oh, sweet feet. It's a mighty effort! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
And it's Palmer. Now that's well seen too. Over to the left. Oh, a delicate chip through. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, it's played into the area. Moved on forwards. And the counter is on. Wins the duel this time. Defending was strong and firm. Sanchez, long ball by the goalkeeper. Pedro Neto. Palmer. Qarabag. Fernandez, gently done. And it's come back to the keeper.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Plays it across. That is a brilliant interception. Pedro Neto. Palmer. Caicedo. João Pedro. And here's Palmer. And here's Palmer. Played out to the right. And he's got his cross in. Driven forward. Cucurella. Fernandez. Caicedo. He is just caressing the ball. Real and a chance! Chance, surely! And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
João Pedro. Fernandez. Pedro Neto. And it's Cucurella. Pedro Neto providing an outlet on that flank. Can he deliver? Cross goes in there. Up he goes! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Qarabag, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
And it's played forward. That has been cut short. Adrabayo. Fernandez. Adrabayo forwards and with intent. That's really well manoeuvred. Palmer played out to the left flank. Cucurella. Cucurella puts them all in. No way through, so back. Shot a goal! He has done it! And this is getting better and better. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And it's lofted through here. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Pedro Neto. And it's Palmer. Now it's Pedro. Great ball if he can get... Real chance! Adrabayo shifted upfield. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto played into space. Qarabag can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. Aim forwards. Oh, can he get onto this? Palmer. Pedro Neto. That's an imaginative pass. Showing good feet. And here's Palmer! 30 minutes gone. Up towards the front line. Oh, Red, nice interception. Now it's Pedro. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. That has been knocked clear. And it's Cucurella. Great chance! Oh, that is very close.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Pedro. Moved on forwards. Fernandez. James. Palmer. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And it's played forward. And that's really well manoeuvred. Adebayo makes the interception. James. James shifted upfield. Knocks it out wide. Back into the middle. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now it's Pedro. And claimed it back swiftly. Looking to break at pace. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Pedro goes for a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Pedro Neto clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Cucurella too strong for his opponent there. Pedro Neto. And it's Cucurella. And here's Neto. Oh, great play! Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Some good work on the right flank here. Qarabag are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Qarabag with the clearance. Could be danger here. Pedro. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. Caicedo. Moved on forwards. It's anyone's ball now. Pedro. Palmer. Pedro. Fernandez. Has a look and plays it forward. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Driven forward. Does really well to win the ball there. And it's Caicedo. Now this could take a shot! And it's played forward. Fernandez forwards and with intent. Goes to finish!
João Pedro has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
João Pedro. That's going to go a long way. And it's Cucurella. He's going to be disappointed with that. Caicedo. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Serves up across.
It was hopeful, to say the least. You need more men inside the box, more movement, otherwise it's pretty much a waste.
Plays it through. Pedro Neto. Oh, nice touch. And the shot! Tried the volley, but no.
Listen, I'm not sure he had to go at that first time, but at least he showed some good confidence.
And it's been taken short. That's really well manoeuvred. Cucurella. And the finish! Palmer. Throw it. He's onto it in a flash. And there is the half-time whistle. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Qarabag really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players, otherwise this one's as good as done.
Here we go again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Pedro Neto. João Pedro. Muscular approach does pay off here. Aim forwards.
have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Chalobah. Adrabayo. Caicedo. Chalobah, gently done. He's in plenty of space here. He is through here. Crossed into the box. And it's hoisted clear.
Qarabag clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
That's really well manoeuvred. And that is out of play. There will be a throw-in. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Caught offside that time. Up towards the front line. And that was very necessary. Thinks one through. Can he latch on to this? Pedro. Moved on forwards. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Cucurella. Out of play for a throw. And he welcomes it in. Cross deflected behind for a corner. They've played it short. Crosses it in. Lovely feet. That's aimed into the middle. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And he's there to get it away. Palmer. Palmer shifted upfield. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Oh, this looks sharp. Qarabag, some resolute defending there. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Qarabag. Caicedo. And it's played forward. And he cuts out the supply. Out to the right. Hoisted in. And it's claimed by the keeper. Palmer looking understandably energised after his goal. And it's Palmer. And he shoots! Fernandez plays it short. Caicedo chooses to go back. And here's Fernandez. Chance for a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while. Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Oh, it's come loose. Oh, they could be caught out here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Played into the middle. There's good running with the ball. João Pedro, and he's found a way past. Spread out to the left. Fernandez. Aim forwards. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Fernandez with the short one, and he's got his cross in. Oh, smashing header! Well, couldn't quite control it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. It makes life so much harder for that defence.
Aim forwards. Pedro Neto. João Pedro. Palmer. Fernandez. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. João Pedro. Fernandez. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. forwards. Palmer. Oh, good spread. Now here's the delivery. Gets it away. João Pedro. Chalobah. James. Chalobah. Adrabayo. Fernandez. Chalobah. Adrabayo. Fernandez. Pedro Neto. João Pedro. Cuts out the pass. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Or just the keeper is having a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
They've played it short. And it's played forward. And he's picked out the run. That's an excellent interception. João Pedro. Cucurella. Fernandez. Palmer. That's really well manoeuvred. It's just beyond his reach. Fernandez. Can he spark a counter here? João Pedro. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Aim forwards. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Palmer. Now it's João Pedro. Now who's going to be first to this? Into the channel. It's a promising run he's making on the right. Chance to shoot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
And it's played forward. James, who's set up one goal so far. Palmer. Caicedo. Chalobah, gently done. Moved on forwards, and Adrabayo cuts it out. Well, quick thinking by the keeper, he did well. forwards. João Pedro. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Clipped into space. Oh, played through for the wide man. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. And the shot! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
Qarabag forwards and with intent. And it's played forward. Well timed, excellent interception. Ball's played through. A chance to play it in. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Climbs up big! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. James. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Fernandez. Caicedo. Now it's João Pedro. Can he finish? And a terrific save from the keeper.
João Pedro actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Tries a shot! Oh, that is asking for trouble. Oh, that's nice. Tries to get it clear. That's really well manoeuvred. James. Caicedo. Palmer. And it's James. James. Oh, they could be caught out. Palmer! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Moved on forwards. Aim forwards. James is there, and he can get that clear. Palmer. Sanchez sends that a long way. Pedro Neto. Palmer. Oh, that's neat. Palmer. Played out wide. James crosses. Plenty waiting in the middle. Well, they can break here. Played out to the right. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Away. And it's played forward, gets into some space. That's a throw. And he whips it across. He's dealt with that well. Referee's given a throw. Aimed in towards the centre. Caicedo. Qarabag.
Qarabag really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking...
Chance! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
That's more like it. They have to force the issue, and that's the way to do it.
And he's there to clear it. Delicately. Palmer. Calmly anticipates. Lovely bit of skill. Out to the right. Shooting chance! And that's a real chance missed. Fernandez. Qarabag, gently done. Cucurella gets across to intercept that. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Played in. Qarabag clears it away. 5 minutes left on the clock. Hit into the middle. Kukurea attempts a clearance.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Adrabayo forwards and with intent. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Shoots! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
James. Now it's João Pedro. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Out to the left it goes. Fernandez. Pedro Neto. And he's managed to get free. João Pedro. Palmer. Kukurea. Now it's Pedro Neto. So who's he picking out? Nicely shaped cross. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Aim forwards. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Short changes him with that pass. James. Adrabayo. Fernandez. Qarabag played over towards the opposite flank. Adrabayo. Fernandez. Qarabag. Fernandez. Fernandez shifted upfield. Moved on forwards. And it's Kukurea. Pedro Neto. Proves too strong. And it's played forward. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Qarabag were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Qarabag were always up against it, Peter, and a game we expected a gulf and not just a gap between the teams, and it happened.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.